Hello, comrades, and welcome to Season 8, Episode 3 of Locomotive Royale. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. This is a show where we put locomotives against one another, but it's as much about the locomotives as it is about the people. This week we have 5 Camelbacks, camels, Mother Hubbards, whatever else you want to call them. I call them disgusting, but
Okay.
yeah. There are some entries here that I have some respect for various reasons. For none of them, it is their appearance. But, first, let me, of course, introduce my technical advisor, Tyler, who graciously got everything set up because I was driving. So, thank you. I will be pronouncing Tucson correctly for the next, I don't know, a little while at least, as a manner of repayment. But anyway, let me now introduce our 5 contestants. First one, Mew.
Hello.
What is this? And why does it have a single clerestory coach on the back end?
That is a train, specifically pulled by CNJ 592, a Camelback Atlantic. Why it has a single coach, not sure. My guess is probably some mini excursionism or whatever.
It looks kind of
PR.
Yeah, PR. All right.
It's missing a link in the
Next up is, I believe this is Vert.
Yes, it is me. Hello, it is Vert. And the engine that I am riding in today is another CNJ engine, number 774.
All right, you're going to have a real tough time convincing me these two are different locomotives, because I don't think they are.
You sure about that?
Yeah, no, I'm ignoring the wheels, purposefully. All right, third position, Bears. Wasn't he just talking about how awesome he was? I just segged to him and he doesn't say anything. Bears.
we are deafened currently.
Bruh.
There's unmuting.
We'll come back to him. Kaiserin. I'm glad to see you here.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait. Did Bears just undeafen?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Sorry,
What?
I am confused. What's supposed to be happening?
We are beginning the show and introducing the contestants.
Fuck. I was saying. Okay. I'll say it. Sorry, I embarrassed myself. It's the Erie L1, Erie 2600. That goddamn Camelback articulated motherfucker.
It's an Angus. It's Angus.
The Angus. All right, I'll
Whopper.
say it now.
Turning.
Camel. All right, Kaiserin,
Camel.
you're representing one of America's forgotten Class 1s, the NYOW.
Yes, I'm bringing New York, Ontario, and Western number 248.
I really love the...
Tiny.
Yeah, it's really cute, and for a Camelback anyway. And I really love cardboard mock-up of a cab that they gave to the firemen.
Yeah, that's not mine.
It also, the way it lines up, it looks like the smokestack has telephone pole bits sticking out of it. Anyway, finally,
It's got antlers.
Matt, what drove you to bring this again?
I don't think I brought it the first time.
No, but I've seen it before. It's been around.
I don't know. I think it's neat, and it has a surprising amount of style points. Also, It's a lot different than anything else here.
That is true. For starters, it's an 010, which you don't see very often. Fun fact for weird wheel arrangements, we have the Bulgarian 212-4 tank engine in the upcoming trading card batch, which should be out at the end of the month or so by trading cards. And there are no other locomotives in the world, as far as I can tell, that were made as a 212-4. So it doesn't have a name. Like, the white designation doesn't have a name, so I just sort of made one up. Anyway, those are the contestants. I feel like there are some clear advantages by certain individuals, and on the other hand, you have the Spider-Man pointing meme between the two CNJ locomotives. Mew, you're up first with one of them. And for those who don't know, this is the game where we compare stats and style points with 4 rounds of stats, where each player gets to announce a single stat. And Mew is first because apparently he guessed closest to Tyler's guess, or Tyler's preferred locomotive, which, if I recall correctly, was a Mexican thing.
It's the SP one.
Yeah. All right, Mew.
Okie dokie.
What's your first stat call?
My first stat call is driver wheelbase.
Driver wheelbase, huh? All right. Driver wheelbase going once, going twice. All right. It's in the list. Driver wheelbase. Mew?
7.67 feet.
Oh, this should also say rigid wheelbase, because of the way that trading cards work now. So, do me a favor, Bears, and divide your number by 2 before you put it in.
Okay, noted.
Vert?
13.5.
All right, 13.5. Bears, what is of the product of your division?
Okay. Right. Okay, so divided by half, that's what you said.
Divide by 2, yeah. We want half of the number in Loco base, because they do
That
it
would
by
be-
just adding
that would
the
be-
wheelbases together.
Okay, so that would be 14.25.
14.25. All right, drop that in the list when you can. I still feel like you're going to be the largest one here, but it's not going to be as outrageous. Kaiserin.
Sorry.
13.75.
Oh, slightly worse. Yeah, I can see the spacing in those drivers. Oh, right. Wait, I forgot about Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah, high. 18.42.
18.42. Yikes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
we have a limousine here, folks.
This is, in fact, a
Yeah.
limousine.
Matt, press enter.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I not? Oops. Crap. I'm not used to this yet.
Yeah, welcome back, Matt. All right, anyway.
There you go.
Almost a perfect 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, starting with the 592, then going to the 774, so the 2 CNJ engines. They get 5 and 4 points respectively. 3 points to the NYOW thing, not a bad showing. 2 points to the Angus, and 1 point to the 010 St. Clair Tunnel Company. Boiler on rollers is really what it looks like to me.
I'm starting to remember what it feels like to play these games and be last all the time.
It's okay, you've
Yeah.
only been last once. You've got plenty of room to go down. Worst day of your
Thanks,
life
buddy.
so
Fully
far.
working Kaiserin.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, Vert, what is your first stat call?
The first stat call is gonna be. It's gonna be an odd one to call firsthand, but it's gonna be valve gear.
Valve gear, eh? Going once, going twice. All right, valve gear is in the list on the right. So please look in column W or V or whichever. W, V, X, Y, Z. Particularly
Alright.
column V17 or cell V17. You can enter your valve gear there, or next to V17. Yeah.
Bear. I think Bears is putting it in the wrong one. Just
Oh, sorry.
point.
Sorry. I wasn't gonna put anything. I just was just having it there. That's all.
Put your cursor
Oh.
where it belongs.
Sorry.
First up, Mew.
I got wall shirts.
All right, regular old Wally.
well, you have most of it.
Wait,
True.
what?
In that pic.
Oh,
You
right.
Look in the photo.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's the link
I
that's
see.
missing.
You said there was a missing link. I thought you were talking about on the document or something, but no, there sure is a missing link there. That link is inside one of the crewmen, more than likely. Anyway,
Oof.
Vert.
Hey, man.
Wall shirts.
Okay. What does the Angus have, Bears?
Also wall shards.
All right, where are you writing this? Because it's not the right spot.
I'm not writing it anywhere.
Oh, well, you should. It's over on the right in the light blue area.
Okay, but no one else has written anything, so...
Really,
I'm seeing
Yeah,
people
I'm
have-
seeing 2 other people that have written things.
Maybe... Let me reload. Is it okay if I reload?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bears, go further over.
Oh, further over. Okay. Sorry. There
To the
we go.
right.
Sorry.
There you go. More wall
you
shirts.
good.
What about Kaiserin?
Baker.
What?
Oh no.
Oh,
Yep.
This thing?
That thing was hiding Baker.
Yep.
That doesn't
Oh,
look like
no.
Baker. That looks like spaghetti.
It's...
That is
okay,
Baker.
Ellis, I'm gonna re-educate you on Valve Gears later.
Okay. I'm being
had
sent to the
been
Tyler
considering-
re-education camp.
Oh, God.
All right,
Oh, no.
and finally, Matt.
Ellis, you really had to say something, didn't you?
I did have to say
Yep.
something. Ouch, Stevenson.
Oof.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Stevenson. I don't want to know what the linkage looks like for the Stevenson under this low rider.
It's not great, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm sure it's not great. All right, well, that's relatively easy. I don't even need to consult the technical advisor. We have a 5 for the Baker locomotive, so it's a 5 for Kaiserin. 4 for everyone else except for Matt, and then a 1 for Matt. Which is unfortunate if you're Matt.
Matt's having a great time right now.
Matt's having a...
It
Matt
was going just as I expected it to.
started off great. All right, Bears, what is your stat call?
My stat?
Yep.
Okay, so... sorry. I'm not used to this, so Sorry. Alright, what's the stats? Just tell me what stat it is, and let me look around. What stat is this?
No, you can call any stat currently. Look on the left side. that it's- it is your turn.
Okay, let me look here. Alright. Builder. How about Builder?
Builder,
Okay.
going once. Going twice.
Veto.
All right, a veto from Kaiserin. Now I really want to know what that one was. All right, Builder is off the board. Sorry about that, Bears. Try something else.
Overall wheelbase?
Overall wheelbase. I feel like you're going to lose that handily. Going once.
Yeah.
Going twice. All right, I guess we're going with overall wheelbase.
Alright.
Let's hear it from the Atlantic. I assume he's looking for
Yeah.
it.
Hello, Mew.
Now we can't hear Mew.
Whoops,
Can you hear
whoops.
us?
I unmuted the wrong thing. Wheelbase, 58.54.
58.54. What about from its identical twin, allegedly? Not.
Let me just confirm real quick. It is confirmed 56.43.
56.43. Okay, there's a difference in the
Oh,
tender
wow.
there, it must be. How about for the Angus?
Alright, overall wheelbase for the Angus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That would be 70.46.
70.46. Ouch.
Oof.
It's a long boy. What about for the
Yeah.
NYO and W?
51.58.
51.58. I think that would... Well, that would have been a win, except for... Matt?
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do I use as built or as scrapped?
Oh, God.
How what?
It's on
There's a
that page.
there's a difference?
They stuck
What's
a
on the
tender on the
stat page?
thing.
Oh.
They gave it a tender about
Well-
halfway through its life.
We're gonna say that since you gave me a photo of it without a tender, we will consider that without a tender, and please augment your stat responses accordingly.
Yes.
We'll just have to consider the following.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume that in the future it uses stuff like coal stats from the tender.
That depends what the stat sheet says it's supposed to be representing.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, this will be fun. Anyway, yeah, overall wheelbase I guess is 18.42 again. Let me get to the page. because I've been trying to figure it out.
18.42, eh?
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. Tyler, please help Matt figure out what the right numbers are. If you
Yeah,
can, if you can in any way assist. All right, well, 5 points for the St. Clair Tunnel Company after all that kerfuffle. 4 points for the NYO&W. 3 points for 744. 2 points for its evil twin. They're both evil. And 1 point for the Angus. All right, Kaiserin.
New Jersey.
I will remind everyone before I ask Kaiserin officially that length and weight stats, you win by being smaller and lighter. If you're curious about which one is which, you can see the condition in column C of the spreadsheet. It will tell you what you need to win a given stat. Kaiserin, what is your stat call?
I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna win, but at least I won't be last. I'm gonna go with year.
Year.
Builder. All right,
Year. Going once. Going twice. All right, let's see year. Starting with 592.
Just to be sure,
Mm-hmm.
mine was modified.
Okay.
So do I put the year was modified?
You can put whatever it says in the stat sheet unless you feel like you need to put the other one.
Okay, then. 1917.
1917. All right. Vert?
1913.
1913. Yeah, we're not going to have very many new Camelbacks, huh? How about the Angus?
1907.
Ouch. Well, it's still a good locomotive in Open TTD anyway. Kaiserin?
You're never gonna guess.
Oh, no.
1920.
1920? I was going to say this is either really young or really old. Looking at the tender trucks anyway. And Matt?
I should have vetoed. 1891.
1891.
Rip.
I thought there was going to be an 1800s locomotive in here. I just didn't think it was this one. All right, 5 points for Kaiserin, 4 points for Mew, 3 for Vert, 2 for Bears, and unfortunately another 1 for Matt. Now I'm feeling bad for Matt. Matt, it's your turn.
I knew what I was getting into.
What are you gonna pick? I think I could think of some options for you, but I wouldn't want to blow all the really good ones when people have vetoes all around.
Yeah. Wait on drivers.
Wait on drivers. Going once. Going twice. All right, let's see. Wait on drivers. Starting with the Atlantic, which is probably very light on its feet. Except for the fact that it's... Go on.
127,800.
127,800. It's not bad. What about the almost identical 10-wheeler?
170,900.
All right. Well, that's the difference, I suppose. What about the Angus?
410,000.
All right. Enter that on the sheet when you can. What about this small bean, Kaiserin?
139,800.
39,800. This is probably one of the cutest Camelbacks I've seen. Again, for a Camelback.
Okay.
Let's hear it from the St. Clair Tunnel Company.
195K.
195K. Ouch.
Yeah.
That's worse than I think you were hoping for. You are all drivers.
Yeah.
Anyway, 5 points for the Atlantic, which isn't much of a surprise. 4 for the Mogul. 3 for the 10-wheeler. 2 for the O10O, or the 10-coupled. I don't actually know if they have a name. And 1 for the Angus.
In my defense, I forgot how this category works, too.
Well, it's okay. You've got 3 more rounds to sort it out. Let's look at the scores at the end of round 1. We have quite a spread. We have 21 points for the 248 for the NYO&W. That's a pretty reasonable lead over some of the pack. Unfortunately, the second place, which is the 592, is at 20 points, so 1 point behind Kaiserin. Then there's a gap of 3 to the 774, so Vert is in a reasonable third place. and then 10 points for the Angus and 10 points for the St. Clair Tunnel Company.
Yikes.
How are we both tied?
You're tied
Because
for
you're both
pain.
crap.
Hey,
Damn.
we
I
haven't
heard
figured
that.
out how crap we are yet.
Well, I mean,
Listen,
mind,
you
I
can't
will-
lose points in this game, so really you guys have nowhere to go but up.
Oh, really?
well, since this is the first time I've been here, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Tyler,
Let me just start subtracting numbers.
The only way someone would have lost points is if I had brought that damn Philadelphia and Reading single again.
Oh my
yeah,
god!
yeah, you would have started with negative 100 points.
Yeah, negative.
All right, yeah, we call that a handicap, but it's not like a handicap to make the playing field more fair. It's a handicap to make that thing die. In fairness, it's definitely not the worst locomotive we've had, but it's definitely worse than all of the competitors here today.
Hey, I could have brought the gazebo motive.
You could have, and I'm glad you didn't, because then I would have felt a lot less bad for that 10 points of yours. Tyler, what do you think of the competition so far?
Mogul's cute.
The Mogul is.
Well, super Camelback.
Yeah.
Everything
will
else
say-
this is how I expected the early round to go. Except for there's a little bit more beating up on the St. Clair than I was expecting.
Yeah. The St. Clair
Me
has some
too.
distinct advantages that I think will shine when we get there.
It does, but
But I don't know if they're going to shine enough to get it into style points. But
Yeah.
you know, there are some fives in its future, I'm sure.
There are so many neat style points for it, too.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see about
Yeah.
that. Mew, let's get started on the second round.
Okie dokie. I think I will go with. Wait, I have that one, right? Oh, I don't have that one. Okay. I will go with minimum weight of rail.
Minimum weight of rail, huh? Going once? Going twice? Minimum weight of rail is definitely a smart call for the person who just won what they just won. So, let's hear it.
107.
107. Never mind, that's not as low as I was hoping. It is still in Atlantic. Vert,
95.
95. Yeah, a little bit more spread out there. What about all the axles on this 0880? Bears?
85.
85.
What?
That's way better than
yeah.
I was expecting. What about the little mogul?
78.
78.
There we go.
We're just trending down.
I
Matt,
have made a terrible mistake.
Ellis, you were right. There are some fives in my future.
65?
Ow!
You!
Actual hell!
Oh my god. I thought that was going to go so much better
Good
from
Lord,
you.
not
And it
again.
just
Oh my
goes,
God.
it goes like this. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just,
the
I shot
opposite
myself
direction,
in
yeah.
the foot again.
well, at least we started the
Fucking
second round with a
hell.
bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure do.
On the flip side, I didn't get 1 point this time.
Yes. All right,
On the
Vert,
flip
let's,
side, I didn't get 1 point this time.
Alright, I guess, is everybody Cole?
called what? It's your turn.
I would
Is
I would
everybody
hope
Cole?
everybody's Cole.
Oh,
We're
cold,
all
cold.
Camelbacks.
I
Oh,
don't think-
COALED,
was oil
not
even a thing when the
CALED.
Camelback
Because
was
in that
allowed to
case
be
we'll
built?
do tender fuel capacity.
Tender fuel.
Tender fuel capacity, huh? All right, Matt, check your
Rip,
stats.
Matt.
Going once,
Um,
going twice.
Matt, you're good.
All
Okay.
right.
Go with the number. Go with the
Tender
number.
fuel capacity.
Awesome.
Listen, the worst case scenario, if you don't know what the hell's going on, you just say the number on the stat sheet and we blame Stephen West. It's not the
Yes.
end of the world.
To
And
be
I-
fair, that
I
number
promise
you
you,
will
this-
see. It sounds
Just
right.
name dropping
I-
the guy.
I promise you, this number would not. I really hope this number that's on here is for the tank.
Well, I
It
hope
looks
so
to
too.
be.
I'll look forward to seeing it. And yes, I will name drop Stephen West. They are an awesome pair of dudes who we couldn't do this show without. All right.
You're
Mew.
getting another dossier though.
Yeah, we need to work on that. You?
Okay.
You're great. We found more errors.
Go on, Mew.
My tender fuel capacity 13 tons.
13 tons. All right. What about the much
Oh.
smaller tender on the CNJ, other CNJ thing?
You say it's small, but it's 13 again.
I don't believe you. What about the Angus?
What are you talking about, Alice?
Hang on,
Didn't
let
you
me-
say they're the exact same Loco?
I didn't say they had the exact same tender.
Oh, okay.
What's your
16.
16 tons, and what do you get? All right,
Another
probably
day older and deeper and dead.
no, probably a 5 if I had to wager. Kaiserin,
10.
10. Darn. And Matt,
3.
3. Yeah, that'd be a really disappointing tender if that was your tender numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, 5 points for the Angus, 4 points for the CNJ brothers, 2 points to the Mogul, and 1 point to the 10 coupled whatchamadoodad. All right, Bears, it's your turn again. What stat are you
All
calling?
right. Okay. I mean, let's see here. Did we? Like,
You can see what's
This is-
been called over on the far left.
all right. On the far left. Yeah. Okay, so engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase. Okay,
Okay.
going once, going twice. Engine wheelbase, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Atlantic,
29.92.
the 10-wheeler,
25.19.
25 point what? Huh? Okay, sure. The Angus,
39.17.
that's lower than I would have expected, but you're still going to lose. The Mogul,
22.75.
and that's second place to
18.42.
18.42 again. Yep, 5 points to the 010 with all the drivers smashed together. And 4 points to the Mogul with all the drivers pulled apart. 3 points to the 10-wheeler. 2 points to 952 the Atlantic. And 1 point to the Angus, which is getting rinsed. And I feel bad about it because it's probably my favorite Camelback. But that's not a very high bar to clear. Kaiserin. What's your
Let me look.
All right.
Let's see here. Let's go with not too many good ones on here. I picked a bad locomotive, I think. Let's go with tubes.
Tubes, eh? All right.
Hmm.
Tubes going once, going twice. All right, Tubes is going to be over on the right. Like what was that other one? Valve Gear that we did. Tubes over on the right in column V.
Column V.
Column V. And we'll see them as they come in, starting with Mew. Mew seems to have put a number in the wrong spot. Well, they're 2-inch tubes, which is a good start.
170 at 2 inch.
Okay. What about this other locomotive? Bert?
210 at 2 inches.
Okay, so they are different. Interesting. They are different on the inside. What about the Angus?
446 to
446. Everyone has 2-inch tubes so far. Kaiserin?
at 2-inch tubes. Sorry.
156 2-inch.
Hmm. And finally, Matt?
281, 2 1/4.
Ah, 2 1/4. All right, well, here's how the cookie crumbles. 5 points to the Angus. That's a lot of tubes. 4 points to the 10-wheeler. 3 points to the Atlantic. 2 points to the Mogul. And 1 point to the St. Clair Tunnel Company.
I should have called flues.
Could have done. I feel like there might be a soaker in our midst, or perhaps two. Matt, what is your stat call?
Excellent question.
Valgirant. I was just looking at the chat to check in there.
Yes.
Let's see.
Ratio of driver to overall wheelbase.
Hey, that's a good one. Wheelbase ratio. Going once. Going twice.
Red pilled.
Alright. Let's see wheelbase ratio. I think this one should be fairly cut and dry. Mew?
Yeah, putting it in now. 0.26.
That's some Atlantic numbers right there. Vert?
0.54.
Reasonable. I know what the Angus is. Wait, what? 0.73?
Yeah, that's the ratio. That's
the ratio of... Oh, because it's the driving wheelbase because they do the thing. Okay, fine, fair enough, I guess, Stephen West. You win this time. NYOW?
0.6.
0.6. Okay. And finally?
1.
1. Yeah. So, the reason that the L-1, the 2600 here, isn't 1.0 is because of what I mentioned earlier, which is the driver wheelbase, as listed on Steam Locomotive, is literally the two driver wheelbases added together one-to-one. It doesn't consider the space between the two driver sets. So the driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase is skewed on these examples, and I'm not really sure how to reconcile it. There's not a way that I like that I would like to reconcile it, so I'm just.
Do you want me to add the two? Do you want me to add the add 0.73 and see what I get?
No, it's gonna be wonky. In my head, it should be just 1.0, but I guess this is just an advantage that that single driver set locomotives have, or non-articulated locomotives have. So
maybe
5 points to the St. Clair Tunnel Company, 4 points to the L-1, the Big Erie thing, 3 points to the NYOW 248, 2 points to the 774, and 1 point to the 592. And that rounds out our second round, which went, relatively smoothly, all things considered. And there's still a pretty big gap between the top and the bottom of the scoreboard, but it's less than 10 points, importantly. The Mogul is out to a stronger lead with 36 points. Kaiserin's in first place. Second place, 32 points, the 774. Right behind it with 31 points, the 592. So Vert and you guys are hanging out together. No surprise there. And of course, the all-driver locomotives are still relatively close together with 28 points for the Angus and 27 points to the St. Clair Tunnel Company. Bears, you are not in last and indeed hanging in there despite shooting yourself in the foot twice.
Well, this is what happens when this is my only other Camelback option.
Oh, I'm sure there were some other terrible things, terrible machines out there that you could have used, but I am glad you brought this in the end. Tyler, what we haven't seen very much change in the order here, if really anything at all. What do you think about this?
The Coalition has not attacked Napoleon yet.
No, that's fair. I don't think that the Mogul deserves to be attacked. I feel like there are. I feel like I want it to grow up big and healthy, but actually, what I feel like is the advantages that the Mogul has can't be easily undercut, and the disadvantages that it has, well, that might lead to some squabbling among the rest.
Yes, it's in a very good position in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
However, sacrifices will need to be made for somebody else to win.
Oh, I'm sure.
Alliances must be made and broken. This is how the game goes.
I love when we get to the second round and Tyler starts to, remind people that it's okay to do politics.
Yes.
In this world, it's cancel or be canceled.
Man, Tyler, I was discussing a potential sort of April Fool's thing with East the other day, and let's just say this has made me think of that. Anyway,
Okay.
but also April's a long way away, so it might happen a long time before that. Just look at
Sounds
the
about right.
Vale Fisk video of Discord Runs a Democracy, and I drew inspiration from that.
I was thinking of the Napoleon chessbot versus Twitch chat.
Whenever I think chess bots and things like that, I think of the match between Stockfish and ChatGPT, which is very legitimate and real chess. Anyway, anyone in the audience can play me in chess if they want. Just find me on Light Chess. Mew, it's your third stat call.
Right. Driver diameter.
Driver diameter for the Atlantic. I get the feeling this one will not backfire.
Oh.
Going once. Going twice. Alright, yeah, driver diameter. I want to see it. I'm kind of wondering about certain other individuals, but not too much about the Atlantic. You?
79.
79. Yeah, those are some pretty hefty drivers. Vert?
Everyone's favorite number.
These are 69-inch drivers?
Nice.
Yes.
I was going to guess 63. Okay, yeah, this is bigger than I thought. What about the Angus Bears?
51.
51. Okay.
And
Those
Hamilton wrote the other 51.
Kaiserin?
Hello, Vert.
No way!
Hello.
Wait. Oh, wow.
They're both 69.
There's no way.
That's awesome. I didn't see that
This
coming.
mogul is growing on me.
This is gonna be interesting.
All right, Matt.
50.
Oh, 50.
Oh my god!
I was hoping for 2 ties. Okay. All
All
right, 5 points
So
to
is
the
that,
Atlantic,
believe it or not.
4 points to the pair 69ing, 2 points to the
Wait.
Angus, and 1 point to the St. Clair Tunnel Company.
Hey, man.
All right, Vert. What's your third stat call?
Good question. We're gonna try to go. We're gonna go with fire. Actually, no.
He's thinking.
Camelback. Good firebox. Wait.
Yeah, no. It's the other one I'm worried about. So, we're gonna do tender water capacity.
Okay. Going once? Going twice? Alright, tender water capacity. I love the strategic thinking for a minute there, and then just, nah, F it, water capacity. Alright,
It's
Atlantic.
pretty funny.
To be fair, I feel like most of the uncalled ones are stuff we don't know confidently. Anyway, mine is 7,500 gallons.
7,500 gallons. Okay.
Oh, look at that. Me too.
No, there's no way this is the tender that
No
you came
way.
with. This is
Oh my
something.
God.
Something's up here. Something's
8,500
up
for me.
here. I'm being lied to. 8,500 for the Angus. That's okay.
It's what the stat sheets calls it.
What about the NYOW thing?
5,200.
Oh. What about the St. Clair thing?
2160.
Well, I guess it gets you to the other end of the tunnel. This is...
Oh my
We
god!
have another tie, okay. This is actually identical to fuel capacity, which happens sometimes, but not that often. So 5 points to the Angus, 4 points apiece to the CNJ boys, 2 points to the small boy, and 1 point to the tunnel boy.
I'm pretty convinced the CNJ just basically interchanged tenders with a bunch of their locomotives.
Yeah,
I probably did.
I'm beginning to think that something is afoot with this. Also,
You could call it standard.
can someone give me a Photoshop of the St. Clair Tunnel Company locomotive as the Underminer from the end of The Incredibles? Because because I'm seeing that, and
probably do that. Like maybe after this, I'll do that and send it to you.
yeah, not during the show, but it needs to happen. It will not be
Alright.
included in the edit, but you'll be able to find it on the Discord server if some
All right then.
lovely chap
I hate
does
that
make
I-
it.
I really
Alright,
hate that I
here's
like that.
Here is my like. Okay, so my pick for my stat call would be on the topic of tenders. Tender loaded weight.
Tender loaded weight. This is another one where you're going the wrong way, but going once, going twice.
I mean, I don't
God.
care which way I'm going. I just want to do this for fun.
Okay,
Fair
tender
enough.
loaded weight.
I can appreciate the chaos embracing.
I think Bears has secretly been paid off by Matt or something.
Or Shelby.
He hasn't. He hasn't paid me at all. We don't even talk in DMs.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what someone who's
They've
been paid
learned
off
from
would
Matt.
say.
Paid him to say that.
All right. Mew?
Collusion. Ho. 153,800.
153,800.
Okay.
Vert.
Now,
I don't know why, but it says 151,800.
What?
I don't know what to do next.
There's an extra literal ton of metal on the Atlantic's tender, and otherwise there's no difference whatsoever.
Well, no, they just put a lot more coal into that one.
No, they have the same
No,
amount
they
of
didn't.
coal. We did fuel capacity. All right, Bears, what's your number?
I just
Heavy
said
coal.
167,700.
All right, well, wait till I cue you because I was talking over you.
Oh, sorry.
Kaiserin.
140,000.
Okay, and that would win except
0?
0. Yes, you are a tank engine. You do not have a
yeah.
tender. Please write 0 down. There we go. 5 points to the St. Clair Tunnel Company. Suspiciously has gotten 5 points on all of Bear's stat calls to this point. 4 points. 4 points to the NYONW, which will probably be retaining its lead here, despite the collusion. 3 points to this CNJ engine, 2 points to this CNJ engine, and 1 point to the Angus. I just do want to say that if there truly is collusion going on, based on the scoreboard so far, they're not very good at it. Kaiser.
So I'm not paying Bears, but maybe I should be.
Yeah, maybe it would help.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's go with, this will probably get me beat down real hard, but, maybe I like that. Anyway, high pressure.
Damn it, I was going to make that joke.
Hey, man.
All right, what do you call it?
Cylinders?
High pressure cylinders.
Going once,
Oh, boy.
going twice.
No, do we go with... Just so I know, do we go with the diameter by stroke here?
Yeah, it'll show up. It's another one that shows up on the side. There's a space for diameter and stroke. And number
Alright,
of cylinders, of which everyone here has 2. High pressure anyway. No one is hiding a 3rd cylinder. So help me God.
okay, but Kaiserin's here.
The NYONW did not have 3-cylinder locomotives. So help me God.
The free cylinder Camelback with Baker.
Let me just double check real quick.
Oh, we'll find out. We'll find out. Mew, what are your cylinders?
22 diameter, 26 stroke, 2 cylinders.
2 cylinders for a result of about 19.7. Yours are different, Vert. They're very different.
Yeah, 23 by 28 by 2.
Okay, so 23,000 and change. How
20
big are the high-pressure cylinders on the Angus?
25 by 28, but I can't seem to find how many cylinders it has.
You have 2.
Ooh.
It's
I
2.
figured.
The other ones are low pressure.
Alright, 27,000 though. That's still going to be a winner. What about the NYONW?
Like I said, it'll probably get me beat down. 21 by 28s, and I have 2.
Well, I hope you enjoy your one. Well, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, no, I hope you enjoy your one.
Yeah,
Wait a
he's
minute.
gonna
These
get
cylinders are bigger? Of course they are. Matt?
22 by 28 by 2.
Yeah, okay. So that's going to be a nice middle of the road for the St. Clair thing, which is weird to see it getting a 3 instead of a 1 or a 5. 5
Well,
points to the Angus,
who are
which
you
isn't
to?
surprising. 4 points. I said a 5 or a 1. You've gotten more than 1 sometimes. I said you had advantages. 3 points to the St. Clair thing, like I just mentioned. 2 points to the Atlantic, which is interesting that it's that close to the bottom. And then 1 point to the Mogul, which is disappointing. Matt, let's see some advantages.
Yeah, I hope we do. Just a second.
Well, I can think of one. I don't want to give any hints, but I can definitely think of one.
Mhm.
And I don't want to give any hints, but it's definitely synonymous with Matt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a second.
There's also a few. There's one synonymous with you.
Oh, wait a minute. I know.
Gotcha. There we go. Is he figuring it out?
Unless I'm like really dumb, and this is going to make me look really dumb. How about we do the one that happens to be named after a person that may or may not be in this call at the moment?
Well, hold on. I'll get out the Ouija board and ask if Robert Lamacine is around. Oh, is that not who you're talking about? All right.
I don't know.
Alice Temelia's weight computation.
I don't know. Is it the guy that invented
You should
the thing?
probably say the stat before your time runs out.
Oh my god.
Say what it is!
Ellis Temelia's weight computation. This is another one of the blue stats. It's down at the bottom on the right. Weight on drivers divided by engine weight. Please put your numbers in. Going
so
once.
weight on drivers.
Oh wait,
Wait,
sorry,
veto,
I gotta do the
wait.
veto. Going once. Going twice.
Veto.
Okay, Mew is
Bruh.
vetoing it. Okay. Ow. Let's see, Ellis Temelia's weight computation's getting kicked out of the competition by the Atlantic, which is not only not a surprise, but a good play. Alright, Matt, now you're actually gonna have to think.
Well, crap.
Well, you've got about 50 seconds now.
Cool.
I wonder what it...
Call axle loading.
That assumes he has axle loading.
Good question, actually.
There are a couple ones that maybe would be half decent. Maybe he wouldn't lose on.
So I'm going to call this one because it makes me very curious.
Uh-oh.
Engine weight.
Engine weight. Yeah, that's probably a good call.
I'm
Going
curious
once.
because my weight on drivers is 195,000, and this one is lower than that.
Yeah. Wait,
Which
what?
I'm confused. Yeah.
Going once? Going twice? We're gonna have a real stat sheet moment in a second, I guess.
It's gonna be interesting.
Weight
I
on
imagine.
drivers. All right, let's. This has got to go in the dossier. What is the
No,
weight on drivers
this
of
is
the
engine weight.
Atlantic? Oh, sorry,
This is
engine
engine
weight,
weight.
engine
Yeah.
weight, not weight on drivers.
Oh, engine weight.
Going
got it.
once, going twice. Engine weight. I was gonna say I thought we did weight on drivers already, which we did, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I got
ready?
confused for a moment.
Yeah, ready. You?
215,700.
250,700. I assume it's not identical, Vert.
225,600.
Close enough. Bears?
410,000.
410.
There it is.
Kaiserin?
162,800.
162,800. And Matt,
180 even.
which, comparing that to your weight on drivers, it's 15,000 less. So, I can't help but ask where those other 15,000 pounds went.
It's gonna be in last again.
And, importantly, Tyler, which one of those numbers is the right one?
I feel like the one that is slightly heavier.
Okay. I mean, I
feel
guess.
like we
but
should
I-
not count that.
I just am curious. It won't matter, and I'm not telling you to change it, but I don't understand how this happened. 5 points to the NYOW, 4 points to the St. Clair Tunnel Company, so that was a reasonably good call. 3 points to the Atlantic, 2 points to the 10-wheeler, and 1 point to the Angus. And the stats, or the numbers rather, at the end of round 3 look a little something like this, where despite the collusion, Matt is in danger of being dropped from the competition. 52 points to the Mogul, still retaining its 3-point lead from last time. 49 points for the 10-wheeler, 47 for the Atlantic. And then... sorry, I thought I skipped one by accident. No, 42 points for the Angus and 41 for the St. Clair Tunnel Company 010O, allegedly. We don't know if there's a hidden wheel in there somewhere that's carrying about 15,000 pounds of weight.
Who knows?
I think it's just every so often the valve gear just hits the ground and raises the engine up a little bit.
Yeah. They parked it on the scale wrong the second time.
Mhm.
Well, we still have virtually no change in the standings. This is really interesting. It's interesting to see the two CNJ locomotives sort of bob around the same number. I'm not.
Diplomacy has not occurred, and there are free vetoes still on the board.
Yeah, there are 3 vetoes still on the board. But you know what? I don't know if anyone in the competition even is worried about dethroning the Mogul, because it's not exactly running away with it. I mean, if I was either of the people on the bottom, I would start trying to figure that out, but in fairness, they seem to have something else figured out, and it's not working for them.
What was your first clue?
41 points.
Second clue, 42 points.
It's a shame because these two locomotives are really interesting Camelback examples, and the rest of these, as much as I think the Mogul is kind of cute-ish for a Camelback, are pretty bog-standard run-of-the-mill designs. It's a shame to see the weirdos get forced out. We need to find something.
L1 is run of the mill.
We need to... No, the L1 is one of the wacky ones. And then the other three are normal-ish for Camelbacks.
Fair.
I need to find a place where the L1 gets to thrive. Actually, did the L1 win a Royale once? I can't remember. I know it's been here before.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It's probably
Keep one in your heart, Ellis.
It's in the standings somewhere. Yeah, it definitely did win me over as much as a
I
Camelback
still
can.
remember the locomotive versions we did with the L1 and the Delaware and Hudson Challenger.
Oh,
Like
that might have been what I'm
podcast.
thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I suggested for locomotive versus that time.
It was yeah, it endeared that locomotive to me. All right, Mew, it's the final round and your final stat call. What's it gonna be?
I have the power. Specifically same as above, but substitute firebox area for great area.
That's an interesting call considering the competition, but hey, I love to see it. Going once, going twice. Same as above, but sub firebox, which is in this list somewhere. There we go. Mew?
42,727.
It's not a scary number. That is not a scary number for that.
Wait, so
for
what
that
is it?
stat. Same as above, but substitute firebox area for great area. It's the third one underneath Robert Lamis's. Or sorry, it's the third one underneath computations related to power at the bottom.
Okay, sorry, I am a bit confused here.
It's towards the bottom, same as above, but substitute firebox area for great area is the name of the stat. It's a very long title. It's hard to miss.
Shall I
All right,
follow mine?
You don't need to do any math. The number is there for you.
Okay, sub firebox. So got it. Now I got it. Thank you.
All right, Vert.
50,310.
Okay, well, these are reasonable numbers.
74,885.
Again, not
No.
like the 6 digits I was expecting from the giant locomotive. Kaiserin?
37,392.
Oh.
Oh hell!
And Matt?
I forgot. This thing is not a Camelback out of necessity. It's a Camelback so that it can be a double ender. 30,880.
That's clever and had not occurred
I'm
to
going
me.
to die.
All right, so 5
Okay.
points for
Oh.
the 0880, 4 points for the 10-wheeler, 3 for the Atlantic, 2 for the NYO&W Mogul, and 1 point for the St. Clair Tunnel Company.
That was unexpected.
I don't know. I kind of saw that coming. Vert,
Oh.
what's your stat call?
We're gonna try to call. We're gonna call tractive effort.
Tractive effort, eh? I think I also know who's going to win this one. Going once. Going twice. Alright, tractive effort. Let's see. There we go. Tractive effort starting with the Atlantic, which I assume is going to be the lowest number here. Maybe.
Most likely. 28,433.
Well, you can't win them all. Vert.
36,493.
36,493. Respectable.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
88,890.
And that's why I like this thing in OpenTTD. Kaiserin?
Not much higher than Mew, I don't think. 28,901.
That is really close. Yeah, I was
Still enough.
I was wondering if it was going to be this or that. All right, and Matt?
Well, I did beat Vert out by a couple of points. I have 36,861.
36,861. Yeah, this was the wild card. I didn't know where this was going to fall, but there's another 5 points for the Angus and 4 points for the St. Clair. 3 points for the 10-wheeler, which, not terrible, all things considered. 2 for the NYOW, and 1 point for the Atlantic. It does look like Vert is playing strategically with that call, which, it looks actually fairly clever. All right, Bears, it's your last stat call. Are you going to get a 5 or a 1?
I'm going to call boiler pressure mainly just to see what happens.
Oh, that's an interesting call. Yeah, boiler pressure going once, going twice. No one's scared of boiler pressure, and I don't really blame them. Let's hear it from the Atlantic.
Or rather, can't veto it anymore because I already used it.
Uh-oh.
210.
210 is not bad.
Yeah.
What about the nearly identical locomotive with more tubes?
200.
200.
Oh.
That's interesting. What? Aren't you newer? No, you're older. Never mind. All right. From the Angus.
215.
215. Okay. Looks like it's going to work out for you. Although the newest engine here, Kaiserin.
At least it's higher than Matt, I think.
Uh-oh.
190.
190. Oh, come on! You have
That's not-
3 years on the last one. The next person
You
below you.
would be correct. 160.
160.
Oh,
Oh,
Rip.
that's such a
Hey,
shame.
hey, at least
says at the
it's not
top
as
of the
bad as
stat
saying per eye.
It says at the top of the stat page that these were reported by one person to have had 210 psi, but the number that is used on the page itself is 160.
Maybe that's post-rebuild or something. Maybe they figured out they could up this thing by another 25%, which is alarming if you think about it. But 5 points to the Big Angus, which, damn, I could use a burger right now. 4 points. 4 points
Sorry, go
to Mew, 3 points to Vert, 2 points to Kaiser, and 1 point to Matt. What were you saying, Bears?
That I know I said I'm playing this for fun, but someone should cook me a turkey right now.
A turkey? But you have an Angus!
What?
All right.
It's a bowling joke.
Okay. I don't know bowling that well.
3 strikes in a row.
Is that called a turkey?
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Alright, carry
Bowling
on.
is weird. All right, Kaiser, and go ahead.
Okay, so I've kind of flunked it the past couple of times. I've gotten by. I'm gonna try something that's not very good. I don't think. Let's go with flues.
Oh, let's hear it for Flues. Flues going once, going twice.
Veto.
Veto for Matt. And I will ask. I'm not gonna ask. I feel like I know.
They don't
Vetoed
exist.
it because you know why you veto flues.
All right, Kaiser.
They aren't
Second
there.
stat call, or second choice here.
Okay, I guess I'll help out the Angus a little bit.
Oh,
Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'll do combined heating surface.
Combined heating surface. Going once. Going twice. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to go well for you.
probably
I know.
not.
Combined heating surface. Mew?
2648.
2648. Vert?
2783.
2783.
5314.
5314. Yep, I expected that. Kaiserin?
I would like to preface and say that I had meant to call it superheating surface, but well, we're here already. 1731.
Oops.
Ooh,
Uh,
Oof.
well,
20,
combined heating
2448.
surface from Matt. 2448.
2448.
Okay, so second from the bottom. Well, 1 point to the Mogul, 2 points to the St. Clair Tunnel Company, 3 to the Atlantic, 4 to the 10-wheeler, and 5 to the Angus, which, that isn't surprising here. What is surprising to me is that Kaiserin has managed a 2 or a 1 on 3 out of 4 stat calls, and was still in the lead last time we checked. Matt.
And yet the Angus has gotten 5s every single one.
Yeah, that's alarming.
He's.
You
he's
think
got
that's alarming?
lead.
I'm the one that's getting killed by it.
Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness, he gave you 3 5s, so.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, what's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no?
Okay, meat. Thank you, Loco.
Meat.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
got meat on the brain from the Angus.
Oh,
Hey, man. Hey,
Hey.
man.
carry on.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, firebox
I
area.
don't know.
You're almost out of time.
You know what? Firebox area. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens.
Alright,
I'm not sure.
firebox area. Going once? Going twice?
We're all doomed.
Firebox
Angus.
area. Yeah, this is probably gonna be another 5 for the Angus. Mew.
173.9.
173.9. Bert?
Not well.
215.
That's a substantial difference. Angus.
348.3.
That's a much
No,
more
no.
substantial difference. Kaiserin.
164.
Damn. Matt.
193.
193. Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Wow.
5 points for the
Wow.
Angus. 4 points for the 10-wheeler. 3 for the St. Clair Tunnel Company. 2 for Mew and the Atlantic. And 1 for the NYOW, which is really sad. This has been a really upsetting round for the NYOW. We gotta help this thing out, Tyler. Currently, here's where the standings are. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Oh,
We're
man.
gonna tie.
In the world.
With
Oh,
a
rip me
5
off.
for 5 round. Bears and the 2600 have 67 points and are tied for the lead with Vert's 10-wheeler, the 774. In third place, tied, are the 592 and the 248. And then Matt trails the leader by 15 points. That's unfortunate. And I don't think there's anything we can do to help you.
Oh,
There's statistically nothing we can do.
There is mathematically nothing we can do to help the St. Clair Tunnel Company, which is a shame. Although this dog has had its day before, if I remember right. At least it's shown up before. I've seen it.
Yeah, I forget which Royale it showed up in.
Rest in the river.
Matt, you played your
Old
heart out.
Prince.
No, rest under the river is a
Yes.
more accurate statement. But
Yeah, move aside. Put up the wires.
Put up the dang wires, yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, fair enough.
well, we've got one more stat call to go through. Tyler, you and I have to figure out what we're gonna do to get the NYOW engine out of this hole.
Whatever you do, don't call builder.
Well, I mean,
We
it's
just
been
gave
made,
it to you.
so we can't.
I think you should call Builder.
I mean, maybe. I am thinking about that.
Oh.
I'm not thinking about that, as a matter of fact.
Here.
Playing
If
with
we
my
wanted to
emotions
F-
like this.
Tyler, I know what we would do if we wanted to screw every single person here over, except for the Angus.
Which would, well,
We could-
yeah.
But I'm not going to do that because that would be a terrible decision. Well, there are a few things here that would screw everyone over except for the Angus.
Yeah.
There's one particularly egregious one. How do we... I mean, we haven't done total locomotive weight. I feel like the NYOW would have an advantage, or would at least get a 4 there.
We could do that.
This is the part where I pretend that there's no favoritism. Although, in fairness, this would really... I mean, it would hurt the Angus, which has had a perfect round. It would probably hurt these two a little bit. It would help the St. Clair Tunnel Company, but functionally that does not matter. Man. I wish there was something... I wish everyone had axle loading. I assume not everyone has axle loading.
Let's do total weight. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, there are some other ones that I'm really curious about, but we have 2 people at 67 and 2 people at 60. And unless we did something that would maintain those ties, I think this is a good way to shake it up because it will help the people on the bottom more than the people on the top. So, on the one hand, this is for the NYOW. On the other hand, this is for the competition as a whole. Let's see total engine and tender weight, or as we write it down here, total locomotive weight. It's in host choice, beneath the scoreboard, in the Santa Fe red area. Mew, what's your total locomotive weight? Engine and tender.
369,500.
Nice. Vert?
377,400.
377,400, yes. You are a little bit heavier. Angus!
577,700.
Still,
Oof.
like, as far as giant engines go, that's not that heavy. Compared to its competition, it's really big, but it's not that big. Kaiserin?
302,800.
302,800, and finally Matt with the 5. Wait, where does that number come from?
180,000.
Oh wait, no, that's the same as the other one, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so it's we have 2 180s and 1 195 for things that should be the same exact number.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, you get a 5 for that. At least you
I
go out on a
lost a
high
little.
note.
I lost a little less.
Yeah, you go out on a high note. 4 points for the NYOW, 4 points for Kaiserin, 3 points for...
Is this really a high note, though?
Yes. Well,
Is it fair to say?
when it comes out of the tunnel, it's higher than the middle of the tunnel. 3 points for the Atlantic, 2 points for the 10-wheeler, and 1 point for the Angus, which shouldn't surprise anybody. And host choice, the stats look like this now. Vert is in the lead with 69 points.
Nice.
And then the Angus is right behind it with 68, 64 for the NYOW, 63 for the Atlantic, and unfortunately 57, very close but not quite, able to make it into style points, St. Clair Tunnel Company. Matt, thank you for your triumphant return with this wonderful thing.
Now get it out of my face, please.
I will see you losers in the losers bracket.
Damn right.
Oh god, we're not doing this.
We
again,
need to
are
do
we?
a few more seasons of Royales before the losers bracket. But yeah, thank you for playing.
Oh, God.
Everyone get your more Royales picket signs. It's time to move on to...
No.
Hang out? Should I hang out here or should I just go?
Oh, you can hang out if you want. You can still collect style points if you want. But you just don't get to call any.
No.
All right. Mew, you are the first one to call style points. So what is it that you think sets your locomotive apart from the competition? And don't say a Wooten Firebox.
Are you sure not a... No. Survives.
This survives?
B&O Railway
The
Museum.
B&O Railway Museum.
It's like one of only three modern Camelbacks.
Is this
still
the
around.
only one of these locomotives that survives?
It's the only
Yep.
CNJ Camelback that
Yep.
survived.
But of the 5 in this competition, I mean. Like, the St. Clair isn't
Yes.
hanging around somewhere, right?
Yeah,
St.
no.
Clair is
Nope.
fucking dead.
Okay,
Let
well,
Let me
Every
get
old
my
level
metal
592
detectors.
is
get your metal detectors. It's in the bottom of the river somewhere.
I swear.
Weirder things have happened.
That's fair. All right, Mew, what's your second style point?
Could I say it has pulled a named train?
Sure.
I'm-
What's the name train, out of
I'm-
curiosity?
Believe it or not, the Blue Comet.
That's disgusting.
I feel like I've done that at least at one point, and I think I've also pulled the suburban, some of the named suburban services like the Raritan Clocker and
All right. Well, if you've pulled
Queen of
a
the Valley.
name train, for those in the competition, if you've pulled a name train, please give yourselves a point. I feel like that would be. I don't know if the NYOW thing would have, and the Angus probably wouldn't have. Maybe the St. Clair Tunnel Company engine would have, like through the tunnel, but I don't know.
No, it only pulled freight through the tunnel.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, Mew, what's your third style point?
Okay, this one I'm not as confident that it'll be allowed, but I may as well give it a go.
All right.
Broke a turntable?
Excuse me.
I'm not giving you that as a style point. However, that's amazing.
Shall I explain then?
Please do.
Yes.
Sure. Turns out at the B&O Railway Museum, they decided to put it in one of the other stalls, and so they put it on the turntable, turned it around, pulled it off, only to realize, oh crap, it destroyed the bearing in the middle of the turntable because it's such a weak little thing.
Okay. Wonderful.
So, and of course, because 592 isn't anymore on the track going out, it's effectively stuck there until someone ponies up the money to strengthen the turntable.
Well, I'm glad it's stuck there. All right, so you don't get a point for that, and I'm deeming it not a style point. So we will move on then to Kaiserin. Kaiserin, you got a style point?
Yeah, I got a style point. I want a style point for my staircase.
For your which case?
My staircase. Look at the front of my
Oh, what
locomotive.
the heck?
Look
You
at
have
the-
like an accordion there.
It's a staircase.
All right. I mean,
I like it. Give it a point.
let me look around at other folks with these are not staircases. Maybe. Yeah, that's not a staircase. All right. Yeah, you get a solo staircase point. Safety, and or something like that.
Stairway to Heaven.
The stairway to Camelback, at least.
It's the Stairway to Heaven because you go
Well,
up into the cab
No,
and then
the stairway to heaven is when you come down and get off of the Camelback.
Hold on, Alice.
Oh, you have to be in the cab when the rod goes flying up to send you to heaven.
Hey, Ellis,
Yes.
Any
I'm going to post an image in streaming and recording.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to. I could have sworn that my Loco has a little step on the cylinder valve.
You guys have some little steps, but they're not staircases.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking through. All right, Kaiser, and what's your second stop point?
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with I don't know if it's a style point, but I have Fox trucks on my tender.
That's not a style point. I'm sorry.
It should.
No.
Are those, Tyler? Are those like objectively worse than the other trucks, or something?
They are. Let's see what we have in the competition. Arguably they're objectively worse in construction design than
Mhm.
like an arch bar and
Okay.
all that, but I think 592 has cross counterbalance, so 592 has the nice trucks.
Okay. So 592 gets a tender truck point, and I guess half a point to the folks with regular arch bars. So that'd be the other CNJ thing and the Angus. All right. Well,
Yeah.
at least that was a actual possible style point and not a strange event. Bears, do you have a style point?
Well, I have one, but I don't even think it's allowed because it's the only one with that style point.
No, that's what style points are for. What have you got?
Oh, the fact that it's an articulated engine.
We don't usually give points for articulation. Although I don't know why we wouldn't. I
Well,
feel like that's never
I
been
mean-
brought up before.
I mean, the thing
I
mean,
is,
is
it was the
Hey,
L1 was the only Camelback to be articulated, so
That's actually kind of fair.
yeah. Point for that. You also didn't call low pressure cylinders, so
So, well,
I say
don't
it's fair.
don't give him any hints right yet. Bears, you can go again.
the engine also apparently established the use of Mallet type engines beyond narrow gauge light duty use.
Well, that's very cool, but that's not a style point.
Oh, then I'm trying to think here. What would qualify as a style point?
Well, it's I recommend that you look through the page of the rules that has to do with stylistic scoring, and there should be a list down there if your locomotive has any of those. For now, I will consider that you have called something that is not a style point, and we'll move on
Yeah.
to Vert.
Go ahead.
All right, so I pulled. I forget. Do we count if you pull the last? If you're the last steam locomotive to operate on your respective railroad?
Yeah,
Yep.
we've done that before.
Yeah, I was the last engine to run on a CNJ in
All right.
1955.
I don't know what compelled them to do that, but yeah, you can have a point for the last steam operation on your railroad. I don't
Well-
suppose that.
My next style point is for cow catcher on the rear rear of the tender.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
Or
what?
you
Oh my
do.
god.
Oh, yes.
That's not something you
Also,
see every day.
Just
I
suburban
see
locomotive
another thing
games.
there.
I see another thing too. Well, I see a couple of things. But alright, you get a point for having a rear cow catcher. If anybody else has that, give yourselves a point.
I'm also tempted to call the fact I have electricity because I'm not a.
You do, and that's very fair, because I see 2 locomotives in this competition that don't. Actually, is that 3 locomotives?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, only the
Yeah,
CNJ
3
locomotives have electricity, as far as I can tell. I don't see a dynamo on the. Is there a dynamo
And-
hidden on your engine somewhere, Kaiserin?
I don't think so because I think that is an oil lamp.
I think
Okay,
it's a
so
s- yeah, kerosene.
electricity points for the CNJ brothers.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I will say though,
Mine
Bird-
had it at one point.
At one
That-
point, that's
that-
not this point.
Yes.
Oh no! Look. Can
with
we,
774 in this configuration, that big old thing on the tender, that's for the coaches, isn't it?
I believe it is. I believe that is for. I believe that is for electric lights for the cars. Actually,
It's
Huh.
Well,
got HEP
are you
before it's
going?
cool.
Can you call a third style point, please? Or sorry, a
I'm
fourth
gonna
one.
Go, I'm gonna go with heated seats.
Okay, you got steam heat on this.
I'm pretty sure these things were regulars on commuter service,
All right,
and I
Yeah, it
believe
looks
that's
like
what
it.
the application is up on the tender.
all right. If you've
Wouldn't-
got
Well,
stuff,
that wouldn't be the application up on the tender. That would be the second hose
Steam
you've
heat.
got there.
if you've got comfy seats,
Oh.
if you got train line steam on your locomotives, gives yourself a point. Vert, what is your fifth
Would-
and final?
I'm trying
Fifth
to think
and
if-
final. Good question. We haven't called it for like running under wires. To be honest,
I'm not sure if that's a style point.
would the New York? I doubt it would count it, but would the New York and Long Branch count as an opposite railroad?
Opposite how?
Like another different railroad, because it was
Home
both
territory.
operated by the CNJ and the Pennsylvania Railroad.
Are you trying to say that your locomotive ran on multiple railroads? Is that the point here?
Yeah.
I
I mean, it also probably ran on the Reading at one point.
they're under a shared management, but I guess I'll give you a half a point for that.
Alright, fair enough.
So greater than one railroad.
And I think Kaiser probably would also count because I think I know the ONW had trackage rights on the New York Central's West Shore line.
Okay. Well, I'll give a 0.5 points to both of you guys for doing that.
Mhm. Okay.
I think it's less cut and dry than some times where we give more than 1 point, or for
I'm gonna
or
put.
point for more than one.
I'm just gonna put half point for mine since.
Where did you run?
Yeah, where did you run?
Wait. Oh, crap. Sorry.
All right. That
yeah, you
means,
definitely didn't make it to the Lackawanna merger.
All right. It goes back around to Mew.
Damn it, all the ones I can think of, everybody has.
Well, you can fold, and maybe Tyler will find you one. But not having the entirety of your valve gear is not a point. For the record.
Yeah, no.
I am looking at the different ones here and seeing that, yeah, there is a lot that gets shared between these locomotives, just in terms of appliances and fixtures and things like that, because they all are from around the same time,
Right.
and built to similar design philosophies. Although I am curious about that builder point.
Yeah. Okay, I think I found one that, while most people, not everybody has.
Right.
Marker lights.
Marker lights, eh? I mean, I see marker lights.
I
marker
want
lights. The only person that doesn't have marker lights apparently is the St. Clair Tunnel Engine, but that's okay because that just means everybody gets a point.
L1?
The L1 definitely has marker lights.
I fail to
All
see
right.
them. Okay.
They are down next. They are on the pilot.
Yeah, I see them right there on the where the polling
Rip.
pockets are.
I don't know whose idea it was to put them down there, but that's where they are.
Yeah.
Either way, everybody gets a point for that.
I will fold then. I can't think of anything.
All right.
All right.
Can you think of anything that would help him out, Tyler?
I would point to history as well. Half a point on the running on more than one railroads to 592
Okay.
for running on the B&O's Royal Blue line.
Oh, that's interesting.
In 1926, the 592 was chartered to rush film of the Dempsey-Tunney fight from Philadelphia to New York in time for the morning edition newspapers. Also, 1926, that took Enrico Caruso from Philadelphia to New York and record in order to meet an opera engagement. It is rumored that during these trips, that speeds of over 100 miles per hour were achieved. So
Damn,
essentially, it's the Lindbergh engine of the CNJ.
Nice.
Well, I gave it a special event point for that. I think that is acceptable. All right.
I would
well,
love to know where you come up with these, Tyler.
I just looked at the B&O Railroad Museum's website.
Fair.
Tyler just has a way of finding things, even if it's like,
Okay, this one survived.
Yeah, even if it's the most obvious thing, it's just like Tyler can Google foo faster than anyone I know. All right, Kaiser, and it's
Holy
back
cow.
to you.
You know, I gotta admit defeat here. You see, the thing is that this locomotive. Well, actually, I have one more before I admit defeat. I have embossed number plates on my headlight.
Oh, those aren't lighted? Those are embossed? Well, I know the bottom one is.
Yeah, those are embossed.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. I mean, you definitely don't have fewer embossed number plates than anybody else. So, oh, okay, I get what's going on here. That's 3 embossed number plates, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so you get a point. I'm going to give a half a point to the other locomotives with a singular embossed number plate, and that includes the St. Clair Tunnel Company, incidentally.
Okay, and now I'll fold.
Okay.
Because I don't have
See what
any. I don't know.
These poor Camelbacks with no effing style points. Tyler, do you have anything for the NYONW lad? I really wonder what it could be. There are. Now, there's one thing that I sort of could think of, but it's a bit of a stretch. There's one thing that would get you a point, but it wouldn't put you up over anyone. I mean, there are a few of those.
Yeah. My
so-
first thought was the lining, but that's again.
Yeah, it's not very standout. Well, in that case, well, maybe we'll have to let this one go, and if Tyler thinks of something later, then we'll just award it.
Like, I could say we could give it the lining point, and St. Clair would get a lining point, and then that would be it.
Okay, so paint point for this and St. Clair. That's fine. All right, who does it go to now? That means it goes back to Bears.
Well, I'm trying to think here. Like, I'm looking over the style points, but I don't know which ones would actually, I don't know
you've
which
got
ones.
60 seconds to find something.
Okay. Well, I could say, well, all right. Can I just go with nickname because that's the only one I can think of?
What is the nickname?
You already know the nickname. It's the Angus.
The Angus is the name of the wheel arrangement. Was this the thing that gave that name to the wheel arrangement?
Yeah, like
All
what
right,
happened
then that's
was that
fine.
Angus Sinclair made a comment about how the L1 would dry up all the country's canals and make forms of water for transportation obsolete because of how goddamn thirsty that thing was.
Delicious. I love it. All right, well, you definitely get the point for that. You have a nickname, or alternately, you are the class namer of the
Yeah.
Angus type.
Apparently 2602 even got the name Angus Sinclair, but I didn't put that because I can't find any photos to verify it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, well, you've got another 45 seconds or so to figure something out, because you did get the point for having that nickname. If anybody else
All
here
right.
has a particular nickname, feel free to give yourselves a point. But I don't
All
know
right,
anyone that does.
Let's see here. We got... Well, okay. Model. Can I go with model? Because there's the MTH models of these things.
I suppose, yeah, that's a model.
Yeah.
Model
I
point.
definitely have a lot of models.
Yeah, anyone that has a mass-produced model, please give yourselves a point.
Does that count for physical and digital?
No, that is physical only.
I feel
A
like I
digital-
have several mass-produced models.
A digital model would be a different point, and a live Steam model would be a different point. Sometimes, if I feel like it, if I'm feeling charitable. All right, do you have a third one? Bears.
Oh, okay, a third style point.
Yeah, you can do up to 5 in a row.
Okay, let's see here.
I
You're,
think
like-
I see something that would actually work
Yeah?
for you. Yeah.
What would-
Well, it would. I'm not going to tell you, but you have it
Oh.
in common with the St. Clair Tunnel Company and nobody else.
Okay. Hey, can you let me look here? Here. Well, okay. Trying to think here. There's no digital model, so I can't go with that.
Yes, there is.
Wait, really?
Yep, it's not very good, but it exists.
Of the Angus?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
let me find it quick.
Well, it also exists in OpenTDD.
Yeah, I guess that sort of
Yeah.
counts. I mean, it's very pixely, but it does exist in OpenTTD. But I will take your word for it that there is a digital model. All right, everyone who has a digital model, please give yourselves a point. And then number 4, then. At any point, if you feel like you're tapped out, you can fold, and Tyler will give you 1 extra style point. But that'll be the end of style point calling for you.
Yeah, I think I'm out of style points.
All right,
So fold me.
Tyler, he has a switching pilot.
Oh yeah, I kind of had a feeling about that.
There's in the photo. There's a guy on the pilot.
Yeah.
God,
There's a lot of guys in this photo. I just realized, there's a lot of people in there.
Well,
It's-
considering it was considering it was used as a banking engine.
I know, but it's just
Yeah.
like you have dude on the pilot, dude in the cab, dude in the other cab, two people standing by the tender, and then this one person who has
In
been
front of it.
deleted by the camera right in the middle. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, he looks washed out.
Yeah. All right. So that's the switching pilot, and that means. Well, that means it comes down to Vert. Vert, do you have any style points that you feel like you need to pick up?
Can I get a style point for having the logo on the tender?
You know,
It's a nice logo.
I guess so. And the only reason I'm certain about giving you this, is that the other CNJ engine doesn't.
Oof.
Which
Alright.
I sort of went like, well, if it's just a common thing, I'll file it under paint points. But apparently this one got it, and not all of them did. So, I guess I'll give that to you. Do you have another one?
I'm double checking real quick.
This is gonna be
I kind of would like to say air capacity, but
I
I'm
don't.
not 100%.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
I-
think
if-
so.
You know what? I'll be honest. It looks like you have the exact same air capacity as every other locomotive here. You've got
Yeah.
two.
Except for St.
you've
Clair.
Got, yeah, except for St. Clair, you've got two long tanks on the boiler. So I'm gonna just give everybody a point for that. Congratulations, everyone!
I've
Give
got a
yourselves a
tank,
pat on the
too.
back, except for St. Clair's
I've
thing.
got a tank too.
Oh well.
You have a tank somewhere.
Look on the underside of the cab on the recent picture I posted.
I guess
Yeah,
another
but that's
one
for the
would be.
rebuild.
I guess another one would be
Oh, it's cute.
painted
Well, I think it was there to begin
safety handrails. The yellow painted handrails.
He is very orange.
That's something, I guess. You painted your handrails orange. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna file that. Where's the safety point from earlier with the stairs?
staircase. It's
Staircase
the third
was the
style.
third one. I'm gonna give Vert half a point for safety in the staircase category.
All right. In that case, I'll leave it to Tyler to close out.
All right, Tyler, do you
Okay.
have one for this engine?
I actually have a few.
Well, you only
But-
get to give him one, so pick your favorite.
Okay. Let's see here.
I think he's gonna win anyway.
I feel like I just the head end power generator,
Yeah,
which is
it's
what it
so...
is. It's just it's neat.
I thought it was a pump at first, and then you were saying it's for the passengers, and I went, oh, it's a big effing dynamo.
Yeah, it's a
this
big old
is-
turbo.
This is OG head end power.
Which
It's head end power before it's cool.
Yep.
Which is ironic because the CNJ I think converted to all electric heating.
Well,
for
there
their
you go.
cars.
There you.
Because those
Yeah.
cars lasted until the 1980s. There's photos of those cars being pulled by Transit F40s.
Holy shit!
Jeez.
Nice.
That's how
Oh,
fucking old
my.
those cars were.
All right. Well, there
I
we go.
love it.
I mean, the GG1 lasted until like the early 1980s. So
To the last
Yeah.
to the last running steamer on the Central Railroad of New Jersey, I bequeath you with the finest honor I can bestow, first place and 81 points. This is not the locomotive that I would have wanted to win, but here we are.
This is the one I wanted.
Yeah, was it? Of course it was. Why this one?
I just think it's neat.
Okay. It does have the most sane wheel arrangement out of all of these. I mean, the Mogul is very cute, but it's kind of stretched out. I
Yeah.
feel like they could have made that a 10-wheeler. But yeah, 81 points in first place. Congratulations, Vert. Second place is the Angus with 76 points. Third place is the other CNJ thing, the Atlantic, with 72 points. 70 and a half to Kaiseren's Mogul. It's a shame to see this thing where it is. And 62 and a half to the St. Clair Tunnel Company engine. You all fought admirably. Asterisk. I'm showing a locomotive on the screen, and you guys will just have to see which one it is. But thanks all for coming. Vert, we'll see you at the end of the season in the finale. And as for the rest of you, better luck next week at the Things That Have Blown Up Royale.
Oh well.
Bloody boy.
That was
Bloody
definitely
boy.
a lot of fun.
To Valhalla.
Off
Does
to
that thing at
Valhalla.
Steamtown count?
Wait, what?
Off to
What thing is-
Valhalla,
what thing is
aka
Steamtown blew up?
Gettysburg.
Well, no, they didn't. I mean, they blew it up in the sense that they cut it open.
Oh, well, no. I feel like
That
there were
doesn't
no
count.
explosives involved in the creation of the cutaway engine. If there
Hey
were,
guys, we're gonna make this demonstration engine. Okay. Boom.
they went next door to the General Dynamics plant and asked for some whatever the hell they put in the shells.
If you want to talk about a demonstration engine, that would be the Crash I Crush, I guess.
Yes.
Oh no, that counts. They do count, and the locomotives from Denver and Rio Grande, they count too.
Oh,
So I'm sure Tyler would not have 75,000 style points for those guys.
Question it. Do not question it. There's also two Brooks engines from the CNS that did the same thing, but shush.
And of course, there's our favorite other explodey boys. Wasn't there a big boy boiler explosion, or was that just a wreck?
He was just a wreck.
Okay.
There was just
Yeah, it was a
there was a
wreck.
wreck of 45.
I think the one you would be thinking of
4,000.
would be the Allegheny that blew up, or the 2662.
I remember
that
there
blew
was
up.
one that like yeeted the front truck or the front engine set or something.
It reeded, I think, the front part of the boiler.
I don't know. I would have to poke
Well-
around for that, but that's not for me to decide. That's for all of you potential contestants to figure out. If you want to be a part of this, you can join our Discord. It's in the description. Buy trading cards, and in general, have a great day. Bye.
bye.
Hasta luego.
Bye.